if you were looking for a roommate, what are some questions you think would be good to ask?
I think you should prioritize, like, over being best friends, over having matching social media platforms, over being able to share clothes. Like, you should prioritize your living environment. Like, really look yourself in the mirror and think, like, what time do I wake up in the morning? Am I a clean person? Do I want clothes hanging all over my room because my roommate wants to dry their clothes everywhere?
Me.
Like, how much storage do I really need? Like, am I a person that has a ton of clothes, so I want to look for someone that looks like they're not that into clothes? Like, that kind of thing, you know? Because barely in your room. So prioritize, like, making your room a comfortable place.
True. Well, that's safe haven. Are you taking part in any field programs? So a field program on Semester at Sea, if you don't know what it is a SAS organized program for when you're in country that takes you to either a certain activity. So that's like a day program where you can like go to a waterfall, do that, or an overnight one where you would go to a different city and do something. So that's what a field program is.
We had different experiences with this.
Yeah.
I booked, so you can do like little day excursions that are like a couple hours or whatever, or you can do like the overnight ones.
Her and I just said that.
Oh, sorry. Allie was talking.
I wasn't talking. I was just making signals.
Oh,
I wasn't even talking.
Keep going. You're doing great.
You're doing great, sweetie.
I'm not on my Adderall, guys. Anyway, I had a different experience in them. They didn't book any before. I ended up booking 3 overnighters with someone that I had planned to be my roommate who didn't end up coming on the voyage. And I immediately regretted it in the beginning because like my first one was in Morocco. My whole friend group booked this big fun excursion in Morocco and I couldn't go because I had this big overnight field program. But at the end of the day, when we all got back on the boat at the end of Morocco, like I was so grateful that I had done that because it introduced me to 60 new people that I would not have otherwise traveled with, hung out with, gotten to know, because I would have just hopped right in with my friend group who I traveled to every port with. So I do think it was a blessing in disguise. But with that said, I wouldn't book them until you get on the boat and then decide like, okay, me and a buddy are gonna go do this together, because the last thing you want is FOMO because all your friends are doing something and you can't go.
And that's what my friend said. Before going on Semester at Sea, my one friend who did it in the past was really adamant about like, don't do a field program ever. And I was like, okay. And then people started booking them and I was nervous and I kept texting her. I was like, are you sure?
We were texting each other so much.
Yeah.
We were like, Megan,
is everyone doing it but us? But I'm really, really glad that I didn't do a field program. I also do think though that for some people that is a great thing for them to do. I think it alleviates a ton of stress and stuff, and it's like more strict in scheduling and stuff. So I think for some people that's great.
If you're not a planner, field programs are perfect for you. We just happen to be a friend group full of planners.
Yeah.
So we all want to like be able to plan what we're doing. Also, something to keep in mind too is the field programs have proven to be much more expensive than the actual excursion itself if you were to book it in country.
They rip you off. It is absurd how like overcharged.
They claim they don't make any profit on it either, but we'll go do the same things and it's like a third of the price.
Yeah.
In Morocco, I did a field program for close to 800 bucks, and they did essentially the exact same thing for less than 200. Mine had like nice meals included, but I don't think that it was $600 worth of nice meals.
Yeah.
So
how far in advance do you plan each port, or is it always last minute?
Well, not necessarily always last minute. I feel like we kind of plan each port the port before.
Yeah.
At least the gist. If we're doing something bigger, we'll plan it the port before. But if there's like some activities and stuff that we want to do in between our trips, we'll plan it on the ship.
Some people literally get off the ship having absolutely nothing planned, no place where to stay or anything. But I feel like we've always had a place to stay planned and activities, But
also, so like obviously we don't have Wi-Fi, and even if you do have Wi-Fi or you bought Wi-Fi or we have our 100 megabytes of Wi-Fi a day, whatever, that's like not enough to book something, like book a flight or book a hotel or whatever. But the library has 4 computers that run 24/7 with connection to the outside world on them. So you can go to those computers and you can look up whatever, you can book whatever, you can log into your Airbnb, you can log into your email, your personal email, all of that. And so we've like booked a ton of excursions on there. We've booked hostels, hotel rooms, we booked our flights to Ibiza on there, and that's what everyone does. And you like literally go to the library and you wait for 30 minutes for a computer to open up.
A tip, have all of your friends' passports numbers, because if you don't have it and you're sitting there booking things and they're not on C-Chat or whatever, you will be waiting there for like an hour and it's really annoying.
C-Chat, what is that?
Yeah, Allie, what is it?
Allie, what's C-Chat?
C-Chat is the way we get the tea.
Rumor Ranger alert!
Okay, actually though, C-Chat is the way that we communicate when we're on the ship because we don't have access to text or Wi-Fi or any of that sort of stuff. It's the way that we communicate with our friends. It's a system that Semester at Sea has, and you just type it on your phone, C-Chat, and you text each other.
It's like a website, but you can also download it now.
Yeah. And it's how we figure out like where your friends are, how you plan your meetups and everything, how you plan your next port with each other. So that's really awesome.
Don't be excited for C-Chat. It's super ancient.
I love C-Chat.
I love
C-Chat.
C-Chat.
You can't name a group chat. You can't add someone to a group chat. It just starts
Stop
a whole.
offending
It
C-Chat.
starts a whole new group chat.
But you
There are no
She is the
notifications.
unpopular
You have to check it. You have to keep logging into it and checking.
Corinne is just mad because the other day someone C-chatted her and then didn't answer her for the longest time.
Do you ever get a text that's just like, your name,
We need to talk.
exclamation point, and then you're like, what? And then the suspense is driving you crazy, the anxiety, and then they don't respond for like 10 hours, and you're like, what did they want?
My favorite feature of C-Chat is River Ranger. It is a like a thread. That's just called a thread.
There are a ton of threads.
And people post all of the anonymous tea going
No,
around.
it's not anonymous. Your name is attached to anything you post.
Yeah, Allie's like, Corinna and Megan, I said it. We're like, Allie, why'd you say that? You're like, I didn't say
When
that.
I get bored in class, I like to start rumors on River
No,
Ranger.
No, you don't. You've never
Yes, I have. Go look at my River
she did
Ranger
say something
thread.
in the beginning, which is
When?
I love to throw random stuff in.
But
River
there's
Ranger
like
just
some
for
interesting
fun,
stuff
Megan.
in there that we didn't know about. Like apparently the way the boat works, like if you set your computer on a
Oh,
hard,
I knew that.
on a hard surface, like a desk or a
My friend
table,
told
like
me to get
without a sleeve underneath, like without something soft underneath it, it can like ruin your hardware.
As my
Yeah,
computer is sitting on
Yeah,
here,
no,
I didn't mean to put on.
Okay, how do
You
you
learn that in Rumoring.
How do you know what to do once you get out the countries? You can do whatever you want. That's really nice. You have the flexibility to spend as much money as you want, spend as little money as you want, stay on the ship, stay off the ship. Google is your friend. TikTok also has been really, really cool with planning things because people share their experiences in different countries on there, so then you get inspired. Inspire your desire.
Get a TripAdvisor account and just
Or-
look up
yeah.
the city that you're docking in.
Yeah,
You'll find it all.
TripAdvisor is gonna be your best friend. Make
Book
an account
and
ahead
get
of
your
time.
guide.
Book
Get
your
guide.
boat on someone else's TripAdvisor account so that they can put in C-Chat who booked it and everyone
Yeah.
laugh at it.
One piece of advice for the library computers.
That was literally awesome.
Library computers. Log in and out. Log in and log out. If you get there and someone else is logged in on their TripAdvisor account, don't just start booking things.
No.
Log out first and log in.
How expensive is it at each country?
It really depends on who your travel group is, and that's why it's really important to find a group of people that you're financially compatible with traveling.
Great word choice.
Thank you. Because you could be with a travel group that is doing it more luxury, like staying in hotels and doing boats and all the activity stuff, or you could be with a group that likes to backpack or hostel and stuff. It is gonna die.
Also, hostels aren't as cheap as you think they are. They've become like a social media thing and now they're not cheap anymore. So
Yeah.
Airbnb with a group of friends is the best way to do it.
we've done hotels, Airbnbs, and hostels, and we've never
And
stayed.
staying on the ship.
Yeah.
And we've never stayed anywhere off the ship for less than $40 a night.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything has been at least $40 a night. Things have gone up to like $60 or $70 a night.
Yeah.
In any country, like even countries where you don't think you're going to be spending as much money.
I will say, I thought that in-country travel would be a lot more expensive than it is. I like planned for it to be a lot more than I have spent.
I feel like we're very good
Yeah.
at planning though,
Yeah.
and like keeping costs down.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, main advice: just find people that you are compatible with, or
Yeah.
else you're going to be very
And-
uncomfortable spending money.
And also people that want to spend money on the same things you do. Like we
Mhm.
spend our money on boats and flights to places that we want to go, and concert tickets and like museum tickets, you know, and like I know some people don't care about going to museums, they don't care about going to concerts, like that kind of thing. So make sure that you
And I remember watching a girl's video before Semester at Sea that was talking about like money on Semester at Sea and like how it's very evident. And I think that just goes into like what we were saying about how like it is like a huge thing that can dramatically affect the way you travel and stuff. So it is just like important to, like, if you have a budget, stick to it. Like no one cares if you don't want to come to something because you like can't afford it. Like stick to your budget, like do what you need to do for yourself. Don't try to like do more than you can, I guess is the thing.
also, like I just would like to mention, like a ton of kids like work their asses off to be here.
yeah,
Like there's definitely a stereotype that everyone on semester at sea is just like super rich, and like I know plenty of kids that like worked so hard this summer, the entire past year, just to be able to afford this experience, and are still traveling on crazy budgets, like that kind of thing. So like you don't know someone just because they're going on this experience. Like
100%.
Yeah.
That was a nice tip.
Yeah, that was very true. Because I feel like all the comments on everything is always like,
You
oh,
must
rich
be
kid.
so rich.
Yeah.
And
But
yes,
it's like,
there is so much fucking money on this ship.
Yeah.
It is insane. But also, like, kids work really, really hard, as Corinna was saying.
yeah, like I know some kids that have been saving up for 2 years for this, you know, and like that kind of thing. Like living at home over the summer so that they can save up more money, like that kind of thing.
And this is just what they're putting their money towards.
Yeah.
Can you ask the question that's not on here?
Yeah.
Where do you spend the most time on the ship?
Great question, Natalie. Thank you so much for asking. I definitely think, what a pageant answer.
This room.
No, honestly, pool deck.
Yeah, we do spend the
Pool
most
deck
Yeah.
is so much fun when everyone is out there. You're just out there from like 12 o'clock to like 4 o'clock tanning, hang out.
That's another big thing that I think we should mention is depending on your college, like I feel like it's either super popular to go abroad in the fall or super popular to go abroad in the spring. If you're planning on doing semester at sea and the voyage is on this side of the world, the fall is warm and the spring is cold. So if you want pool days every day on the ship and if you want nice weather in countries, you have to go in the fall.
Yeah.
Because the spring voyage is cold and windy and cloudy and they don't have pool days and they don't have like sunny days.
And they shut down
everything.
parts of the ship.
Yeah.
It's cold. and
So
everything.
that's definitely something to keep in mind. I know that like
It's cold.
a lot of kids don't want to miss football season, but you also don't want to spend every single day inside on the ship.
I like spending every day in a bikini on the ship.
Yeah.
It's very